welcome to the Julie Rowe Show. Hi, Eric. How are you?
Good. How's it going today?
It's going all right. Thanks for taking time to do another podcast recording.
You bet. It's always a pleasure.
Yeah, this has been fun, huh?
Yeah.
Um, so I was thinking for today's show, we should address the topic that doesn't seem to go away, and it's not going to go away, on monetization of this message. Everything from me selling books to doing podcasts and monetizing the YouTube channel and things like that, um, to future video podcasts that I'm doing and any other business related stuff that I foresee is going to come down the pipeline, including public speaking events and stuff.
hmm
I'm going to just put this out to the public right now that I got word about 2 months ago from the spirit, from those on the other side. I had pretty clear vision in March and April that it was that at some point in time, I didn't know exactly when. I knew it would be at least July or August because I saw a summer scene. But I had pretty clear vision that I was supposed to do some speaking events, but that they would be for a different purpose, and in some cases they would be recorded, and then money from that would be contributed to the Greater Tomorrow Relief Fund. So I just want to let the public know about that and maybe talk to you a little bit, have you ask me some questions about that, because we've talked a little bit about that, but not totally in depth.
Right.
I figured while we talk about it, we might as well just take care of it and let the public know what's up to, and kind of address some of those issues,
I,
because people seem to get their feathers ruffled when they think that I'm making money for some reason.
yeah, and I think some people convolute the message like it's a spiritual message, and then to combine money with it almost feels like, I guess, they might pull out the scripture that it's filthy lucre or something.
Hmm.
So what do you say to that?
Right. Well, like I've been accused of priestcraft and a bunch of other names I don't need to go into of things that they've said about me. Um, well, first of all, I'd say they need to look at the definition of priestcraft,
hmm
and I'm not practicing that. My go-to line of action is, well, I know what I know. I know how to get revelation, and I know who's talking to me, and I know that they've asked me to do this, and so I don't have any problems doing it, or with or without money. Everything I've done so far is free other than selling the books, and I've made very little money off of those books. I've worked for free for 3 years with spreading this message, and it has had a significant negative financial impact on my family. I have a decent resume. I've had several of my own businesses. I've worked as a teacher. I've worked in a lot of different industries. If I wanted to go get a job, I could make a nice income.
hmm
But that has not been the Lord's instruction to me for the last 3 years, and it's come at a cost to my family in ways that people don't understand. But it has been worth every penny. But the time has come that as I work on the Greater Tomorrow Relief Fund, we have things at the forefront coming very soon where I see and am continually being told through the Lord that there are going to be a significant number of people that are homeless and in dire circumstances, and that we have a limited amount of time to be able to get those resources up and running and ready for those people. So that is what compels me. That is what my focus is. And so the money that I'm earning is going to that relief effort. And I'm hoping that will make people feel better about that. If it doesn't, that's too bad for them. It's not going to change anything I do because I know what my message is, and I know what my mission is. But I would like to set some of that in order, give people some clarification as to how some of the funding's being used, where their funding will go, whether it's donations, whether it's book purchases, whether it's video podcasts or speaking engagements or the podcast with the ads that earn us money on YouTube or Podomatic. Um, because there is a lot of fear energy out there that the adversary is putting out there to people to keep them from reading the books or listening or tuning into this message because people don't want to be naughty and support somebody who is, profiting from something they think might be wrong. So
Hmm.
that's my motive for talking about that today.
That sounds good. I might just take the time and say, as the back end guy on YouTube, your YouTube channel, anytime anybody can come and tune in and subscribe and share this, it actually is getting big companies who support those or who run those advertisements. You're getting their funds to go towards a cause that's worthwhile. So,
Mm-hmm.
Coca-Cola or whatever it is, they're literally, every time somebody watches this, they're literally funding hygiene kits and supplies and clothing and food and shelter and things.
Right.
So I would just as soon have them pay for it than those who are watching.
I agree. I agree. I wanted this message to go out for free to the public, but at the same time be able to earn money to buy hygiene kits or other supplies for individuals and families who are going to be in some desperate situations. So I appreciate you saying that. The other part of it is that topic of fame. First of all, I don't know why anybody cares whether or not I get famous or not, because I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I've never wanted to be famous. In fact, I really like my life. I like my privacy. I kind of long for the days when I didn't have people backstabbing, gossiping, and trashing my reputation. And I kind of long for the days a little bit, except I don't want to go backwards. I like the progression and I like moving forward in my life and in my eternal progression. But I, uh, I do kind of miss that I used to be able to go to Utah and not have anybody come up to me. Um, you know, I, I, I'm sensitive to energy, so I get visuals of people and they don't realize that I see them gossiping and talking behind my back, whether that's family members, friends, or people, across the states who have no idea that I know what they're doing. Now that sounds like a far cry and quite a claim, but it is my truth. So the spirit can communicate anything it needs to, and I don't have to get online and read what people are saying about me because the Lord tells me. And then every once in a while, I used to get online and I'd read, and it was a confirmation from the opposition that what the Lord told me was going to happen actually happened. And then it just motivates me more because not because I want to be famous, but actually because I'd like to spread a message and I don't want to be famous. If I could spread this message and do missionary work and have the impact that it's supposed to have, and still be able to live without a security system and cameras around my house or bodyguards when I travel, my life would be a lot easier and it'd be a lot more pleasant. I'd like to be able to go to the beach again and not worry the next time I'm there I have to take a bodyguard shadowing me.
Mm-hmm.
It's no fun.
To those who have the resources and the means and who believe in this message, I want to just encourage them to look at the GTRF website. It is a
Mm-hmm.
nonprofit organization. It's registered with the IRS. And so they can go, there are links around this YouTube station and other
Mm-hmm.
places where they can click and they can donate. And any kind of donation helps, $5, $25, or whatever.
That's great. Eric, thank you for doing that. You guys, I don't handle any of that. I've got website guys that help with my websites. I've got Eric that handles a lot of the technology on these podcasts and recording everything for me. I would I would not be able to do this without their help, and I just want to publicly thank you, Eric, and those who help me behind the scenes. Believe it or not, I'm finding I actually do have some real friends on this planet, and I appreciate you guys wherever you are. We have some great team members that are working for GTRF, and it's all for free. My bodyguards and my main bodyguard that has watched out for me for the last almost 2 years now. They not only have they not asked for a dime because they know I don't have the money for it, out of their own pocket they have traveled and they have worked for free.
Mm-hmm.
And that's no small thing. And that's just one area, right? That's not counting all of the behind the scenes work um, that's gone on to be able to help push this mission forward. So I just want to thank everybody, those behind the scene people. I signed up to take some frontline bullets and stones from people. but the behind the scenes guys and girls and women and families, and those that have chosen to be true friends to me and to the Savior, I don't have words for you guys. You're amazing. I'm so grateful for you. And many of you that I haven't met yet personally, I look forward to meeting because I know that you've put your own reputations on the line by standing in defense of me and my books or my message because the Spirit's compelled you to do so. And I just want to thank everybody who's listening for doing that because we each are supposed to kind of pull our own load and do our part. And those of you that I know were foreordained and premortally agreed to God, I just want to tell you thank you.
Julie, is this your mission? Did you create this and design this?
Absolutely not. This was something that was presented to us premortally in a large group setting, quite large. I have memories that I stepped forward and volunteered once the Lord asked for someone who was willing to play this role. I volunteered for that, and then you and many other people stepped forward, and it was agreed upon how this would be enacted once we came to Earth.
Interesting.
Eric, I think those are all really good questions. I hope that people will hear my voice. They'll hear the seriousness, but they'll also hear they're going to hear the weight of this mission, and I want them to hear that because I'm not going to hide who I am. We all have good days, we all have bad days, and we have days in between. Today is a difficult day because I'm really tired. I've worked about 16 hours a day every day for 6 days straight, other than Sunday. I took even on Sunday, actually, I was doing missionary work. And so I feel compelled to do this. I can't rest because, I mean, I do rest. I watch movies and things with my family and I take dates and stuff like that. But even when I'm doing that, I'm constantly thinking about this.
Mm-hmm.
There is no rest for my soul when I think about how much the Lord needs us and how much of an opportunity He's giving us to serve.
So what
And
about those who might say, if this is the Lord's work, why isn't He funding it? Why isn't He dumping bushels of money into the GTRF bank account right now?
well, He could. He doesn't even need money. He could do whatever He wants.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Um, why isn't he doing that? I can't speak for him with that, but my feeling is we primordially as a family agreed to certain things in our lives. And I know that to be true. We agreed to certain trials, we agreed to certain situations and arrangements, to the families we would go into, and the life circumstances we would find ourselves in. And he's giving us an opportunity to grow.
That's a good point, Julie. I hope those who are listening to this message and who have the means and resources might step forward and consider contributing to the GTRF account. I am a witness that whatever you put in will be put to good use and that will go towards helping the Lord's work here in the latter days and helping provide relief to those who are in need in future days.
Thank you. I appreciate that, and I appreciate your witness. I want to add my witness. The Lord wants us to serve and show love and kindness to other people. My hope is that whether you donate to GTRF or any other cause that is of worth, that you will follow your heart, you'll listen to the Spirit as it compels you to serve, whether you have money or not, whatever resources you have. In most cases, just acts of kindness and service, but for those that are able and willing, if this message resonates with you, I ask you to please donate and to ask the Lord, take it to Him as to what you should do as a volunteer in a physical manner, if you want to be hands or boots on the ground, or if you have the capacity to donate on a financial matter to help us be able to get supplies and other things to locations as a bit of a preemptive strike for what's coming. As we follow our heart, we find true joy. And when we speak our truth, when we act our truth, and the more congruent we are in our truth, the happier we are and the more free we become. And I want to leave that witness with you guys and have a bit of a call to action to remind some of you who premortally agreed to participate in this cause. You will find But some of the very people who donate money, who think they're in a safe spot now, will find later that that very money they donated is feeding their families in a different location.
So, Julie, some of your listeners are asking what they can do to help out with you, with GTRF, or any way they can. And I was thinking the simplest way and most effective way for your listeners to help out is to subscribe to your channel. So on YouTube, there's a way they can subscribe. On Podomatic, there's a way you can follow. And it might sound really simple, and it's not very dramatic or magnificent, but it's really amazing how just a simple subscribe and sharing your podcasts with friends on social media platforms can really make a difference. So the more viewers we have, the more advertisement revenue comes in. So it's not a lot of revenue, but every little bit helps and goes towards hygiene kits and to the overall GTRF cause. Another way your listeners can help is we have the need to edit subtitles and closed captions on the text on these podcasts. So if you look down below this video, you'll see a little CC for closed caption. And we have a way of letting your users volunteer, text correction. See, the problem is I do auto captions, and so it's just a computer generating the text from voice. And so listeners have the ability to go in there and provide corrected text suggestions. So that's another way people can help if they're interested. And then lastly, we have buttons all over the place, and your website, gtrf.org, and your website have places where your listeners and followers can go and donate. So cash donations are always welcome too.
Okay, Eric, I appreciate that. I need to let people know that we have zero advertising budget. We never have for the books or anything else. We have word of mouth through people sharing it. That's my instruction, and I have no other choice because I don't have money. I've used all of the funds to go towards spreading this message and to getting supplies and other things in place, and that's where I want to keep it. I don't want to spend a lot of money paying staff or paying for advertising or doing anything else. There may come a time when people who need to be able to be put to work doing good things, and I solicit your help and ask for you guys to be prayerful. Think about this and think about what you can do, even if it's a small incremental portion of goodly service. And I leave that with you guys. Hope you have a great day and that you'll spread this message. Send it to your friends and family. It doesn't take much to send an email out or send a text. Thanks, everybody. We appreciate you tuning in.
We'll see you next time.